Welcome to 5 Minutes of Momentum. These episodes are a short 5-minute burst of inspiration, motivation, and massive action. If you need that little kick up the butt to get things moving and to inspire you to take massive action, then every single Thursday I'll be sending you through a 5-minute episode to download, digest, and implement to finish your week off strong. Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Welcome back to 5 Minutes of Momentum. Have you ever thought, I just need a better strategy. It must be my strategy. And often we get so stuck in figuring out the how. That's the other mindset block. We're like, but I just don't know the how. If I knew how, everything would be so much easier. And often the real insecurity that comes with not knowing the how is actually not always a strategy problem. Like, yes, every now and then there's a strategy element and you need to know what you need to do in order to be able to take action on it. But if we take it back a notch, there's 2 core things that I want to speak to that will change everything when it comes to you not necessarily knowing what to do next. 1 is self-worth, which we're going to talk about today. And 2 is being resourceful with what you have. I was talking to a client recently about this, and I had identified a pattern where when we talk about hard things, or we're talking about this next phase of growth within her business and scaling it to this next level, and she's already doing really good. Like, she's already doing like 20K months, and we're scaling her to 30K to 50K. And one of the blocks that I recognize as showing up for her is this mindset, automatic response of thinking, I don't know. And I said to her, and I was so with absolute tough love, and I said to her, you do know. To get to where you are today, you know how to make money in your business. You know exactly what you need to do. Keeping ourselves stuck in a place of feeling like we don't know or we don't know enough is actually more about a self-worth problem, not a strategy problem. We need to come back to the bare bones of it and remind ourselves that we've gotten to where we are today, which means that we're capable, which means that we're resourceful. And the unresourceful mindset of telling ourselves that we don't know what to do next is actually holding us back from achieving next level results in our business. So rather than saying that, and I said this to her, like, one of the things I want you to do is interrupt that pattern and actually ask yourself, well, if I did know, what would I do? By developing this resilient mindset to not pay attention and not even like take it as truth when our brain says to us, I don't know. Well, you actually do know. Or maybe you need to get more confident in being able to back yourself in taking scary action or taking action that you don't know the outcome of. Because a lot of the time, clarity comes with action, right? By you taking the next step, you'll figure out what works and what doesn't work, or you figure out which other direction you need to go. And I always love to use the analogy of like a pilot. When a pilot puts in the destination for their location that they're flying to, they put the destination in, right? But they recognize that they're going to always be pivoting, constantly readjusting, and they're going to be measuring the data that they're getting every step of the flight and being like, we need to adjust for this wind speed, and we need to adjust for the weight of the plane. We need to adjust for all the changes and the storms and all the things, right? We're always adjusting, but the destination stays the same. And so it's exactly the same in business when we adjust to the information that our business is giving us. And so if we don't take the time to look at the data, then yes, it can feel like we don't know what the hell we're doing. Secondly, if we listen to too many gurus online and we complicate things for ourselves, right? So we want to focus on like, what are our goals? What are we working towards? What are the strategies that we're going to put in place in order to practice getting to that next step? And I say practice because it's testing and measuring and trying new things and figuring it out along the way. It's developing a sense of resourcefulness within yourself to develop your next level of self-worth. So when it comes to scaling to these next big numbers, so next big numbers of people that you impact or visibility or money, it always comes back to your level of worthiness, what you believe you're worthy of, right? And also what you believe you're capable of holding. So ultimately, the foundation of that is your self-worth. Your worthiness, right? Do you believe you're worthy of it? And the insecurity can come from not believing that we're worthy of it. And so we tell ourselves we don't know to play safe, because if we actually don't know and then we can't take the action of it and we don't achieve it, then we don't fail at it, right? Like, there's all these intricacies when it comes to our mindset that it's always there to protect us. And so it's trying to keep us from having that danger of possibly failing or having the danger of things not working out the way we'd hoped. So I want to share with you a couple of key things to work on when it comes to developing stronger self-worth. Stop and acknowledge your growth. If you do not stop and acknowledge your growth, you cannot develop the reference points for your brain to believe that you have been resourceful and you've been capable of being able to achieve these results. Otherwise, we just keep moving to the next thing. We're not developing those reference points for our brain to be like, hey, we are actually good at this. And look at that, we achieved that, holy shit. Like, if you don't take the time to do that, your brain won't strengthen in your self-worth. Secondly, is choosing to believe that you're worthy no matter what. right? Worthy of it all, worthy of the accolades, worthy of the recognition, worthy of the growth, the impact, the money. You are absolutely worthy of it all, but your mindset and the stuff that you're telling yourself is causing the feeling of unworthiness, okay? Now, we are often conditioned, majority of the time, with external circumstances, we're conditioned to believe that we're not good enough. That's why we always have so many people to compare ourselves to, and we have all of these results that people show us online and the highlight reel and all this shit that is always telling us that we're not good enough. But it's up to you to make sure that you're managing your mind and telling yourself that that's not true. I'm not taking that on board. I still am worthy with everything that I have to offer the world. I have value to add to the world, and I am worthy of anything that I desire. Your worthiness has nothing to do with the amount of money in your bank or the house that you live in or the friends that you have or anything like that. Your worthiness is your birthright. You were born worthy, and you need to choose to decide that that is something that you are going to believe from this day on, okay? Worthiness is not up for debate. It's not up for other people's opinions. You've got to choose that you're worthy. And that energy that you then show up in from that place is everything. That's what people are attracted to. That's what will get you the next level of results. That's what will help you feel so much more happier in everything that you create, that you believe in your worthiness from the get-go. When you believe in your worthiness from that level of value, that's when everything starts to shift and change. It unlocks something within you. Like, you start then coming up with better ideas. Like, when we're in the headspace of not believing that we have value to add, or we're doubting our worth, or we are thinking that we don't know, we don't come up with the solutions, right? We get stuck in the problem. We get stuck in that victim mindset. Whereas if you are like, no, I'm worthy of this, and I'm going to figure this out, and I'm resourceful, and I'm capable, all the ideas flood to you. You become in alignment with the goal that you want to achieve, and you become that next level version of yourself, and that opens up all the doors. Your worthiness is the key to absolutely everything. And I talk about this in my upcoming book, because when it comes to imposter syndrome, your self-worth makes a big difference, right? And so you've got to start to develop your self-worth, because we're always being conditioned to believe that we're not good enough. So we've got to reject what we're seeing externally in the world, and you've got to always come back to your level of worthiness. You were born worthy. There is no question.